It's my bacon.
It's hot.
I want my bacon.
It's hot.
It's good for you.
Can you back up, please?
Say hi.
You're having some with dinner. Calm down.
There's still bacon.
Peekaboo.
No, get out. Bye-bye. I've been waiting so long for this. You guys understand? This Solo 2DL. You don't know what a Solo 2DL is? I'm sorry. It is a data logging DL lap timer. More AiM stickers. Oh, that's like 5 horsepower each. Yes, vital. Race Studio 3, I imagine. That's the current update. Yep. That is a thick manual. Look at that thing. Wow. Oh, it's color too. That's nice. That's a nice manual. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So this bad boy retails for $6.99. There it is. Oh, it's so glorious. High density foam. That's like a nice cutout too. Come here. Yes. Now, this isn't the first time I've had my hands on one. A buddy of mine had the Solo 2 at a recent track day. Solo 2 basically visually on the outside doesn't have DL right there, and it doesn't have one of these plugs. I can't remember which one it was. Look at that. It's not really heavy. It's got some weight to it, but it's not overly heavy. Now this guy, this is where it's at. So this, you can see it says Kawasaki CX-10R. That's my bike. When you plug these things together, you start getting data that the Solo 2DL reads off of all the engines, or not just the engine, the motorcycle in general, all the sensors that come through this cable. Now, on a current bike, basically any IMU bike, you're going to have insane amount of data log. Give you for instance, my 09R1, if I had this cable hooked up to the Solo DL, this exact Solo DL, I would only see, I think it's 7 or 9 channels, meaning like one of the channels is engine RPM, the next one is coolant temperature, the next one is vehicle speed, that type of thing. On a Solo 2DL hooked up to a current IMU bike, you will see up to 30 channels. So we're talking wheelie control, traction control, front wheel speed, rear wheel speed, the vehicle lean angle. The IMU obviously can see that, and this thing actually sees it as well, so you can compare the two, make sure they're even lined up together or not. So all kinds of cool stuff. And with the Kawasaki, if you have this guy with your data logger, and you have the kit ECU, guess what you get to do now? You get to take all that information, and you get to go nuts. You get to go in there and figure out, oh, my kit ECU traction control setting, blah blah blah, is too much. My wheel speed isn't actually going so fast. I can actually tone down my traction control and let me have more power, more acceleration, and boom, now you can actually start creating better lap times based off of information rather than guesstimate. That's why this is important. Oh, look at that. So this is a mounting bracket. A couple of holes you can have put wherever, but there's 2 magnets right here. See if I can do this through the plastic. It should just, yep. There you go. Actually, no, upside down. Like that. And there's these 2 little screws that will screw into, I imagine, those holes there. So, anyway, lots of cool stuff to come. Yes. Thank you, Hustle Hard Racing. Oh my gosh. Talking to Mark in January. I'm like, Mark, dude, I need a lap timer. What do you think about the XT Racing, such and such, whatever. He's like, honestly, man, you need to look at the Solo 2 DL that's coming out. Because I wanted the data log, so we were talking data loggers. He said, Solo 2 DL, it's coming out. It's going to be incredible. You really need to pay attention to it. Why don't you go ahead and invest now? It's going to be a pre-order thing. So I'm like, no problem, cool. It's been, what is today, June 7th? Today's June 7th. June 7th since January, we'll say 30th, I think is when I ordered it. It's been a little while, so I've been waiting for this guy. Oh, I'm excited. That's cool. And I'm going to a track day with Sport Bike Track Time in roughly 10 days. Yeah, on the 23rd. Gosh, I'm bad with math. It's not 10 days. Yeah, anyway, it's going to be a while. So anyway, we're going to try this bad boy out. I don't have a kit ECU, but what I can do is actually look at the information this guy has, improve my riding, look at where I can maybe stand the bike up faster to gain traction, or I can maybe just look at different things like my lines, or just where I'm braking, how I'm slowing down, if I use the brakes correctly, blah, blah, blah. There's so much information. When you take it off of this guy, look at it through your race software, or Race Studio 3, and dissect it. You have to kind of know what you're doing to dissect it. That's the only problem. So if you don't know what you're doing, like me, you could get lost really quick. So I'm just going to keep it simple and just go off of like, vehicle speeds and is my traction control kicking on or not, and just kind of work with that and try to learn the system. So a lot of good stuff can come from this, but a lot of bad stuff too. So you got to pay attention to what you're doing. Thanks, Huss Hard Racing. Thanks, Mark Harper. AiM, we're going to see what happens. I've seen this in action before as just a solo. Now the DL is going to be, it could be good. It could be really good. Later, guys.